Have you ever looked out at the sprawling wilderness and wondered, could I survive out here? Could you find enough to eat, relying solely on what nature provides? Well, that's exactly what I challenged myself to do. 7 days completely off-grid, eating nothing but wild food. No supermarkets, no restaurants, no backup supplies. Just me and the raw power of Mother Nature. Now, I've faced my fair share of extreme situations. But let me tell you, this one pushed me further than I ever expected. The hunger was real, the challenges were relentless, but the rewards were extraordinary. Over these 7 days, I not only rediscovered ancient survival skills, but also gained a newfound respect for the incredible bounty that surrounds us, if only we know where to look. So join me on this incredible journey as we delve deep into the heart of the wild and uncover the secrets of surviving and thriving on nothing but nature's pantry. Get ready for an adventure that will test your limits, ignite your senses, and leave you with a profound appreciation for the power and resilience of both the human spirit and the natural world. Welcome back, adventurers. Today we're diving headfirst into the ultimate test of survival skills, foraging for our very existence. We're ditching the supermarkets, the convenience stores, even the backpacks full of trail mix. This is about stripping down to the essentials, relying solely on our instincts and the land around us to provide sustenance. Now, some might call it crazy, but I call it exhilarating. We're going full wild, embracing the challenge of finding, identifying, and preparing food that nature offers. We'll learn which plants are our allies, providing vital nutrients and energy, and which ones are best admired from a distance. Remember, out here, knowledge is power, and a single misstep can have consequences. But don't worry, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. We'll share tips and tricks passed down through generations, unravel the mysteries of edible plants, and learn how to transform simple ingredients into surprisingly delicious meals. This is more than just a survival challenge. It's about reconnecting with our primal instincts, understanding the delicate balance of nature, and proving that we still possess the resourcefulness of our ancestors. So get ready to get your hands dirty, sharpen your senses, and embark on an unforgettable adventure into the heart of wild food foraging. All right, day one of the challenge, and I'll admit, reality hit me harder than I expected. My stomach was rumbling, my energy levels were dipping, and the abundance of the forest suddenly seemed, well, a little less abundant. Finding enough calories to fuel the body is no walk in the park. Those convenient supermarket aisles stocked with endless options suddenly felt a world away. Out here, it's a constant hunt for sustenance, a relentless search for those hidden gems that nature offers. It's a humbling experience, to say the least, but just when I started to doubt my sanity for taking on this challenge, I stumbled upon a patch of familiar green, plantain leaves. These unassuming weeds are actually nutritional powerhouses packed with vitamins and minerals. A quick wash, a rough chop, and they added some much-needed freshness to my meager meal. And speaking of meals, remember those pesky dandelions that pop up in your garden? Well, out here, they're a valuable resource. I managed to dig up some dandelion roots, and after a good roasting over the fire, they transformed into a surprisingly satisfying coffee substitute. And not exactly a double espresso, but hey, I'll take what I can get. Day one definitely threw me a curveball, reminding me that survival is a constant game of adaptation and resourcefulness. But with each edible plant I discovered, with each small victory, my confidence grew, and the daunting wilderness started to feel a little more like home. By day three, the initial excitement of the challenge had worn off, replaced by a gnawing hunger that seemed to consume my every thought. My body was craving calories, my energy levels were flagging, and the endless search for sustenance was starting to wear me down. The forest, once a place of wonder and possibility, now felt like a relentless obstacle course. Every rustle of leaves, every bird call seemed to taunt me with the promise of food, only to leave me empty-handed. Doubt crept in, whispering insidious suggestions that perhaps I had bitten off more than I could chew, but just when my resolve began to waver, a flash of vibrant yellow caught my eye. There, nestled amongst the fallen leaves, was a cluster of golden chanterelle mushrooms. A culinary gift from the forest gods. My heart skipped a beat. I knew that mushrooms could be tricky, even deadly, if you didn't know what you were doing. Carefully, I extracted my trusty field guide, double-checking every detail, every characteristic to ensure that these were indeed the edible chanterelles I so desperately craved. After all, in the wilderness, knowledge is power, and a single mistake can have dire consequences. Thankfully, my identification skills were on point, and I was rewarded with a bounty of flavorful fungi. Sautéed with some wild onions I had discovered earlier, they transformed into a simple yet incredibly satisfying meal. The hunger pangs subsided, My spirits soared, and I was reminded of the incredible resilience of the human spirit and the unexpected bounty that nature can provide, even in the face of adversity. Day 5 dawned, and with it came a renewed sense of hope and determination. The hunger was still ever present, but I had learned to adapt, to read the subtle cues of the forest, to anticipate nature's rhythms. I was no longer a visitor in this wild realm. I was becoming a part of its intricate tapestry. And then it happened. An unexpected gift, a testament to my perseverance. As I checked my makeshift fish trap, my heart leapt into my throat. A plump fish, glistening silver in the morning light, thrashed wildly within its confines. I had caught dinner. The thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of securing a protein-rich meal, surged through me. It was a primal instinct kicking in, a reminder of our ancient connection to the natural world. The fish, cooked simply over an open fire, tasted like pure victory, every bite a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of the human spirit. But the surprises didn't end there. As I explored the marshy areas near a stream, I stumbled upon a patch of cattail plants. Now, most people wouldn't give these towering reeds a second glance, but I knew better. Hidden beneath the muddy surface lay a treasure trove of edible goodness, cattail roots. These starchy wonders, once boiled, tasted remarkably like potatoes. A welcome change from the leafy greens that had become my staple diet. Nature, it seemed, was full of surprises, offering a diverse and delicious menu to those who knew where to look. Day 7, the final day of my wild food odyssey, arrived, and a bittersweet feeling washed over me. I had survived, thrived even, on nothing but the bounty of nature. My body felt leaner, stronger, more connected to the rhythms of the earth. The constant hunger had subsided, replaced by a deep sense of satisfaction and gratitude. As I sat by the fire, savoring a final meal of wild salad, a colorful medley of edible greens, flowers, and roots, I couldn't help but reflect on the profound lessons I had learned. First and foremost, foraging is a skill, an art form passed down through generations. It requires patience, observation, and a deep respect for the natural world. Don't expect to identify every plant on your first try. Start with the easy ones, clover, berries, dandelion greens, and gradually expand your knowledge base. Second, wild food isn't just about survival, it's about thriving. These plants, untouched by pesticides and herbicides, are packed with nutrients that put our supermarket produce to shame. It's about reconnecting with the source of our sustenance, appreciating the vital role that nature plays in our lives. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, foraging is about respect. Never overharvest. Take only what you need and leave the rest to regenerate. Remember, we are merely stewards of this planet, and it's our responsibility to protect and preserve its delicate balance. As I stood on that final day, the setting sun casting long shadows across the wilderness, I couldn't shake the feeling that this experience had changed me, profoundly and irrevocably. It wasn't just about the survival skills I had acquired or the wild edibles I had tasted. It was about something far deeper, a fundamental shift in perspective. I realized that our modern world, for all its conveniences, has created a disconnect between us and the natural world. We've become reliant on supermarkets, on processed foods, on a system that often prioritizes profit over sustainability. But what if we could reclaim that lost connection? What if, instead of viewing nature as something separate from ourselves, we saw it as an integral part of who we are? What if we tapped into the abundance that surrounds us, not just in times of need, but as a way of life? Imagine a world where foraging wasn't just a survival skill, but a common practice, a way to connect with nature, improve our health, and build more resilient communities. It may seem like a radical idea, but I believe it's possible. It starts with small steps. Planting a garden, learning to identify a few edible plants in your backyard, supporting local farmers markets. Every little bit helps. This challenge wasn't just about proving that I could survive in the wild. It was about inspiring you to rediscover your own connection to nature, to explore the incredible bounty that lies just beyond your doorstep. So I challenge you, go out there, get your hands dirty, and experience the transformative power of wild food foraging. As I walked away from that transformative experience, the setting sun painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, I carried with me not just memories, but a renewed sense of purpose. The wilderness had tested me, pushed me to my limits, but it had also revealed the incredible resilience of the human spirit and the boundless generosity of the natural world. We are all capable of so much more than we realize. We have within us the innate ability to connect with nature, to find sustenance and solace in its embrace. It's time to rediscover those primal instincts, to rewild ourselves, and to create a more sustainable and harmonious relationship with the planet we call home. So, until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and never underestimate the power of the wild.